Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, as we're getting set, ready to go here for game two of the state qualifier round here between Spearfish post 164 and post 22 Hardhats. Hardhats came away with a 14-1 victory last night to win game one. So on the top left of our scoreboard here, post 22 leads the series 1-0. It's a best of three, and Spearfish will be the home team here in this game. So the umpires making their way out here to the field. We'll start here with the Spearfish lineup, as there has been a little bit of some minor changes here and there from the last night's lineup, but we'll go through it here. Leading off is going to be their center fielder, number 15, Aiden Meverin. Batting second, playing third base, number 16, Brock Lewis. Batting third in left field, number 13, Tucker Olson. Batting fourth, playing first base, number 22, Jack Branham. Batting fifth and pitching, number 23, Sean Sewell. Batting sixth, playing catcher, number 6, Owen Bruner. Batting seventh, playing shortstop, is number 4, Walker Wiesman. Batting eighth, playing right field, number 2, Jackson Peters Hatton. And batting ninth, playing second base, is number 10, Jack Scharf. And with Sean Sewell on the mound. For post 22, leading off will be number 10, third baseman, Aiden Roberts. Batting second in center field, number 19, Lars Kiefer. Batting third at second base, number 18, Wyatt Reeder. Batting fourth in left field, number 22, Jace Morgan. Batting fifth, playing first base, number 25, Dexter Steen. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 12, Dawson Inhofer. Batting seventh in right field, number 23, Carter Johnson. Batting eighth, playing catcher, is number 20, Brody Thompson. And batting ninth, playing shortstop, is number 11, Blaine Hunt. And on the mound for post 22 this afternoon is number 30, Jaden Moreno. As we saw Declan Mickley, who was the starting pitcher for post 22 in last night's 14-1 victory. We also saw a few other pitchers come in. We saw Ryan Negebauer make an appearance in the third and fourth inning to get the job done, and then Broden Sales, who came in the last inning. So we will have another scholarship presentation here from the Legion, American Legion. We saw two winners last night for the scholarship winners. Each were $1,000 each. Aiden Roberts and Jaden Moreno, who won those two, as currently right now the coaches and the umpires meeting up with each other, discussing how this game will work, exchanging the lineups. We saw not a lot of different changes in the Hardhats lineup from last night. The only big major change is behind the plate. Josh Eller, who was the starting catcher in last night's game. Tonight it is Brody Thompson. And we saw Kane McLeod, who was the DH for the start of the game for post 22, and he went 3 for 3. And then not until his fourth at bat, we saw Dawson Inhofer came in for a pinch runner for him, and he hit for him. So we see Inhofer at the DH spot, and then Jaden Moreno will do his magic at the mound, doing what he does best and throwing Chinese mustard right down the middle for some strikes. So they're going to get going. And the umpires having a good laugh here by something Coach Kelvin Torrey had to say. And then we saw for Spearfish, their starting pitcher in last night's game, Hardhats scored 11 runs in the first inning. It was Jack Branham. Then they kind of switched around. They went to Jack Scharf. Then they went to who will be on the starting mound here in this game, and Sean Sewell. And then they went with Walker Wiesman. So they went through 4 pitchers in just 5 innings of play in last night's game. And last night's weather was not very great weather. There was a little bit of a rain delay before the game even got started, with a rainbow that showed up and stuff like that. But today it is great weather. 80 degrees Fahrenheit here in Rapid City. Wind is only about 9 miles per hour, but it gives it a nice breeze. Humidity at 51%. As this is nothing now, as this past week here in Rapid City, it's been humid as heck. So the Hardhats would really like to have a little bit of some colder, breezier weather here instead of playing in the scorching, blazing heat. So we'll send it over here to our PA announcer and Kevin, and he will give us our pregame festivities.
We're all the way to the field for game 2 of the best of 3 series. Before we get the game started, we have another special presentation by the American Legion. Would you please raise your hands to the field and welcome Mr. Doug Harris.
Hey everybody. For those of you who yesterday, you probably saw us giving away some scholarship checks. And it seems that we messed up a little bit. And I don't want to point fingers at anybody, but it was him. So we're back here again today. We had a little problem. We'd like to call up AR and Jaden, who received those yesterday. So it turns out that we're broke, so I'm going to have to ask for those checks back. Thanks, gentlemen. I feel really bad. If you want to stay up here for a picture, that'd be great. So it turns out that we had one other applicant that, because of a paperwork mess up, we missed. And so at this time, I would ask the gentleman by the name of McCoy Ribbentrop to come forward. And of course, we wouldn't actually take money back. So what we're going to do is award another $1,000 scholarship to Mr. Ribbentrop. So congratulations.
Congratulations to McCoy, along with Jaden and Aiden, receiving those recognition scholarships. And thank you, Doug. All right, at this time, again, welcome to Game 2 of this best of 3 set between Spearfish and Post 22 today. The teams will flip, and your visitors on the scoreboard will be the Post 22 Hardhats, and the home team will be Post 164 from Spearfish. So let us meet the starting lineups, beginning with our visitors today, the Post 22 Hardhats. Leading off and playing third base, number 10, Aiden Lawrence. Batting second and playing center field, number 19, Lars Keeper. Batting third at second base, number 18, Wyatt Rear. Batting fourth and playing left field, number 22, James Morgan. Batting fifth and playing first base, number 25, Esther Steen. Batting sixth and serving as a designated hitter, number 12, Dawson Engelberg. Batting seventh and playing right field, number 23, Carter Taylor Johnson. Batting eighth, the man behind the plate today, number 20, Brody Thompson. And batting ninth, playing shortstop, number 11, Blaine Hunt. Pitching today for the Hardhats, number 30, Jaden Moreno. The Hardhats are coached by Colin Porter, assisted by Nick Ewing and Nick Kindred. Let's welcome the rest of the Hardhats squad. And now to the starting lineup for Post 164 from Spearfish. Batting first and playing center field, number 15, Aiden Meriden. Batting second at third base, number 16, Brock Lewis. Batting third, the left fielder, number 13, Hunter Olson. Batting fourth at first base, number 22, Jack Branham. Batting fifth and pitching for Spearfish, number 23, Sean Sewell. Batting sixth and pitching, number 6, Owen Bruner. Batting seventh and playing shortstop, number 4, Walker Beeson. Batting eighth in right field, number 2, Jackson Peters Hatton. And batting ninth and playing second base, number 10, Jack Sharp. Spearfish is managed by Hardhats, assisted by West Canyon, County St. Cloud, and Carter Lyon. Let's meet the rest of the Spearfish squad. The umpires for the second stadium behind the plate is Mike Denny, and in the field is Chris Jackson and Mr. Greg Warren. At this time, please grade the pitch to the field as the players will recite the American Legion code.
Congratulations, guys. Repeat after me. I will keep the rules, keep faith with my teammates, keep my temper, keep myself fit, keep a stout heart in defeat, keep my pride honor in victory, keep a sound soul, clean mind, and a healthy body.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you now to stand and please stand. Remove your caps. Active and retired military, we urge you to render the appropriate salutes. As an honor and merit of the city, our national anthem today sung by our guest quartet, representing Black Hills Women.
Oh, say, can you see why the dawn's early light was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare from our first came through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
Thank you very much. Now, if you keep your attention directly to the field, you have a special first pitch ceremony today. Going out on first pitch today is all-timer in the Pro 22 award. Ben Thomas began his baseball career in the Hardy Little League, playing for the Packers. He eventually worked his way up to the Pro 22 varsity as a 16-year-old in 1998, where he was part of the state championship team. He was all-state selection the next 2 years and was named the Sports Max Player of the Year in South Dakota after his senior season. He was then drafted by the Minnesota Twins, attended Midland Junior College for the next 2 seasons, played summer ball for Rochester, and was drafted by the Atlanta Braves in 2003 for going a scholarship to the University of Mississippi. After 3 seasons in the Atlanta system, he played 3 seasons of independent ball with the St. Paul Saints. He then graduated from Texas State University and eventually coached the highly successful San Antonio Christian High School team for 7 years. He and his wife Katie have 3 children, Derek, Baker, and Bracklin. Ben now spends most of the time watching Bracklin sweat and coaching Derek and Baker's youth league teams. He and his dad, Keith, a Rapid City amateur baseball legend, spend much time throwing batting practice to the boys in their backyard batting cage. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back Mr. Ben Thomas. As a roster grade, pitching for the Hardhats number 15, Skyline Aubrey. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's play ball.
So some great pregame festivities as they repeated the American Legion baseball code. All the players repeated after national anthem, and then a former Post 22 alumni who played with the Minnesota Twins won Max Pratt Player of the Year in South Dakota. throughout the first pitch here. So a great way to start off this Game 2 of the State Qualifier Series here in Rapid City, South Dakota. So Spearfish will be the home team. They will be pitching first. Post 22 will be the visiting team, so they will be batting first. And Post 22 in the white uniforms, they'll be white on the scoreboard. And Spearfish, who is wearing light blue jerseys, but they will be black here on the scoreboard in the top left of our screen. So quickly we'll go here through Spearfish's defense from left field to right. Tucker Olson in left field. At center field, number 15, Aiden Meverin. In right field is number 2, Jackson Peters Hatton. From third to first, Brock Lewis. At shortstop, number 4, Walker Wiesman. At second base, number 10, Jack Scharf. At first base, number 22, Jack Bronham. Behind home plate is the catcher, number 6, Owen Bruner. And on the mound, number 23, Sean Sewell. And leading off for Post 22 will be Aiden Roberts, followed by Lars Kiefer and Wyatt Reeder. And Aiden Roberts, in the last game, he went 2 for 4 with a single and a double on it. His first pitch that he saw, took a swing on it, and that started this party yesterday for that big 14-1 victory here for Post 22 over Post 164 Spearfish. So they'll get the final warm-up pitch in, and we're going to get set here. Game 2, the wait is now over. If Post 22 wins this game, they will go into the state tournament. If they lose this game, Spearfish and Post 22 will have a Game 3 tomorrow. So Roberts stepping up here to the batter's box, as they'll wait here as he gets his prep work and before he steps into the batter's box. So Sewell, the right-hander, will get the first pitch here in Game 2. And first one is going to be a high breaker ball. Just doesn't have that drop like it was supposed to. And that will go in for ball 1 here to Aiden Roberts. So 1-0 count. Sewell here with the ball behind his back. Roberts swinging the bat here, getting ready for his next pitch. Here it comes. This one is going to be a little bit down low. A little bit of a different one on that first pitch we saw coming up high of the batter's box. This one just a little bit low. 2-0 the count now. Sewell tied up. Pitch comes. Roberts takes a swing. This one right out in front of the heads of the Hardhats in their dugouts for a foul ball here. So 2-1 count. The Hardhats third baseman was first team last year All-State, committed to Garden City for college, and this next pitch, he'll take a step back here for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here for Aiden Roberts, leading off for the Hardhats with Lars Kiefer on deck and Wyatt Reeder in the hole. 2-2, Sewell with his call on the mound, right-hander, kicks and kneels. Here is his pitch, and this one is going to be outside. Great take there from Aiden Roberts for ball 3. So first at-bat of the game will be 3 balls, 2 strikes, a full count. Sewell has his call from his catcher and Owen Bruner. The pitch is in. High pop-up. This will be a foul ball from Roberts. So this will stay at 3-2. Roberts back into the righty batter's box. Sewell will look down the middle. Has his call. Lifts the leg off the mound. Pitches in. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So a leadoff strikeout there for Sean Sewell. And we don't see Aiden Roberts strike out very often. In the regular season, Aiden Roberts only struck out a total of 9 times. So 1 out here. Sean Sewell catches Roberts swinging. Here is Lars Kiefer, the Hardhats center fielder. First pitch that he sees, this will be in for a strike. So the 0-1 start. And Kiefer in last night's game, he had a big game as well. He went 1 for 4, had a first at bat, an RBI double. He just switched places there with Roberts. This is well hit down into the left field. This will be caught. So a fly ball caught in left field. So the first 2 batters here are out. Kiefer as well had a fly out into left field in last night's game. So quick 2 outs here for Spearfish, their defense, and Sewell being the strikeout there to Roberts and the fly out there from Kiefer. Here is Wyatt Reeder, led the team in most of the batting stats. as he had 2 base hits, a walk, and a ground out in last night's game. First pitch here, a little bit of a show of a bunt there. It's going to come in down low of the strike zone for ball 1 of the third baseman there for Spearfish and Brock Lewis. Starting to come up there when Reeder shows that bunt. 1-0 pitch. Reeder takes a hard ground ball swing. This right back to the first baseman. Branham running to it. So that's going to be 1-2-3 here. And that will do it for the top of the first inning. We saw the strikeout to Aiden Roberts, the flyout from Lars Kiefer, and then Wyatt Reeder, the ground out here to the first baseman in Jack Branham. So the Hardhats now going defense. Spearfish coming out hot here defensively. So we'll go here for the Hardhats in the field, starting from left field to right. Jace Morgan in left field. In center field, number 19, Lars Kiefer. And in right field, number 23, Carter Johnson. At third base is number 10, Aiden Roberts. At shortstop, number 11, Blaine Hunt. At second base, number 18, Wyatt Reeder. And at first base, number 25, Dexter Steen. Behind home plate today is number 20, Brody Thompson. And on the mound is Jaden Moreno. In his regular season stats with the Hardhats, he led the team in innings pitched with 59.1. He had the most wins for a starting pitcher this season, 9 wins and 1 loss. He had the most strikeouts as well with 65, only walked 25 batters with an ERA of a 1.416 and a whip of a 1.079 for the big man Jaden Moreno. So they're going to get settled in here. And we go to the bottom of the first inning. And 3 leadoff hitters for Spearfish are going to be their center fielder, Aiden Meverin. Batting second, the third baseman, number 16, Brock Lewis. And then batting third is the left fielder, number 13, Tucker Olson. So Thompson, the final warm-up pitch there. And we are set for the bottom of the first. So I'll meet up here in the middle as they will chat with Jaden Moreno, who is committed to Mount Marty University in Yankton, South Dakota. So he doesn't have to travel very far. Stays in state. So Thompson returns here behind home plate. Bottom of the first after Hardhats went 1-2-3 out in the top. We'll see if Jaden Moreno and this Hardhats defense will follow. So the right-hander getting set in. Thompson will give him the first pitch call. The right-hander, this is going to be swung on a foul ball. This one driving to the right side for an 0-1 count out of play. 0-1 count here as Moreno finding some grip here with a little bit of a bag behind the mound. Bag of rosin. Could be 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed here for strike 2. So 2 pitches in for Jaden Moreno, already off here to a good start. The first one with Meverin getting a piece of it for a foul ball. 0-2 count here. Moreno, the right-hander, kicks and deals off the mound. Releases. This one is up and high. Meverin thought about it there for a quick second about taking the swing, but he decides to hold back as that one was coming up high at the strike zone for ball 1. Moreno, the glove over the face. The 1-2 pitch. Breaker ball up high, ball 2. So Moreno trying to give something here for Meverin to chase after. Meverin won't take any of it. 2-2 wind up here for Moreno. Off the mound, pitch up high again, ball 3. So both Aiden Roberts and Aiden Meverin will both face off with full counts on the first at-bat of the game. 3-2 pitch for Moreno. This one is going to be for ball 4. So we see a leadoff walk here for Spearfish. And Jaden Moreno, who only allowed 25 walks on the regular season. We saw a few walks in the last game from Ryan Negebauer and Broden Sales. So with a runner back behind him on first base, here is Brock Lewis, the third baseman. Aiden Roberts coming in closer on a bunch show. This one's placed down in the dirt. He's going to slip there on home plate. Roberts the pickup, the throw to first. So the sacrifice bunt there from Lewis will advance Meverin across over to second, and that'll be the first out here in the bottom of the first inning. So now it's the third hitter in the lineup for Spearfish, the left fielder Tucker Olson, who he led off in the game yesterday. He had a leadoff hit by pitch and 2 base hits, so he had a big game yesterday. So Moreno Now looking across to his right shoulder with the runner on second. First pitch here is going to be in for a strike. So this will be an 0-1. This one just getting out of the way there from the glove of Moreno. Blaine Hunt right back behind him to stop that rolling ball. The runner will hold off there on second and Aiden Meverin. 0-1 count here for Olson, the Spearfish left fielder. Moreno holding in a position, looking at home plate in second. Big lift of the leg, pitches in. This is a hard line drive. This is going to land here in the shallow center field. Runner will round third. Kiefer the throw. What a missile. This one is a little bit too far back, but the runner is going to hold off on third. And Lars Kiefer shows off the cannon on his right arm. So that will just be a single there for Tucker Olson, and that will now put runners here on the corner. So that is our first base hit of the game. And we'll go to Spearfish here. We saw Kiefer had a very impressive throw in the Watertown game earlier in the season. And he tested this one out. Really beautiful throw. Just a little overboard, but the runner holding off on third. So here is the first baseman, number 22, Jack Branham, with runners on the corners with 1 out following the sack bunt from Lewis. First pitch here is going to come up high for ball 1. So the 1-0 start here. Spearfish coming out really hot here in this game. They went 1-2-3 to put out Roberts, Kiefer, and Reeder in the top of the first, and now they've had two of the three top guys in the lineup already get on base here. And Moreno pickoff attempt there on the first. Olson slides in on safe. 1-0 count here. Moreno facing off against his first lefty batter of the game, and a breaker ball. This one, again, comes up high. Doesn't hit the mark in the strike zone. That'll be for ball 2. So the Hardhats in the all-white uniforms. They haven't worn the all-white since the Firecracker tournament with their special white hardhats. 2-0 count here. Moreno's pitch. This one is going to be in down low at knee level. Close and inside, so ball 3. 3-0 count here. We've seen one full count. That was the leadoff hitter, and Aiden Meverin, who took the walk. And Moreno has his call here from Thompson. Looking to the runner on first and Olson, and Meverin on third. Moreno pitch. Breaker ball, top left corner for ball 4. So that will be a 4-pitch walk here to Tucker Olson, and we're going to see an early mound visit here from post 22 and coach Nick Kindred. So Moreno with 2 walks allowed, 1 base hit, and the sack bunt. So that's going to put bases loaded here for the first time in this game. Hardhats, they had 1 double play in the last game. It was the 4-6-3 that Jack Branham hit. And Branham, who just took that walk there, was Reeder to Hunt to Steen. That's how that sequence went. They could be in the hands of this one here. That ball is hit well under the shift. So Coach Kindred having a quick talk here with all of his infielders and Jaden Moreno on the mound, as all the base runners for Spearfish went over to the third base to talk with that coach, as they will get the game plan ready to go here. So here comes Sean Sewell, the starting pitcher for Spearfish as well. He'll be batting 5th in the lineup for post 164. Moreno ready with his next pitch call. Looking at the runners on third and second. This first one, pure heat down the middle for strike 1. So following the mound visit, let's see if Coach Kindred sent the message through. We'll see if the infielders and Moreno will respond. 0-1 count with 1 away. 1 hit belonging to Tucker Olson, who is on second base following his single, which put runners on the corners. Next pitch is in for strike 2, and a little bit of that lean on in there from Sewell, trying to get close into that ball. So 2 pitches here on this at-bat for 2 strikes. Base is loaded with 1 out here in the bottom of the first in a 0-0 game. Gene Moreno, straight-legged on the mound. Looks in the corner of his eye to the runner on first. Steen playing in front of the base runner. This breaker ball, line hard. This one, Roberts tags his own base third. The long throw, that's going to be a double play. So we called it the double play we'll put out here in this bottom of the first inning. So we go to the second inning, still scoreless, after the Hardhats get a big sigh of relief there from their superstar third baseman and Aiden Roberts. So a little bit of a rough first inning there for Hardhats hitting and pitching. Aiden Meverin, who had a walk, So did Jack Braunham, and then a sac bunt for Brock Lewis. The first base hit of the game belonging to Tucker Olson here. And then we saw that double play from Sean Sewell from Roberts tagging his own base, and then the long throw across over to Dexter Steen on first base. So second inning here is on. Will be at bat first will be Jace Morgan. On deck will be Dexter Steen. In the hole will be the DH, Dawson Inhofer. And then in that top of the first inning for Rapid City Post 22, it was a leadoff strikeout. We don't see Robert strike out very often. And then we saw the flyout from Lars Kiefer, and then Wyatt Reeder putting the ground ball into the first baseman's glove, and Jack Braun the pickup, and then the little trot across over to first base there to get the third and final out there in the top of the first. For Jace Morgan, Hardhats left fielder in last night's game, he was batting fifth as well in left field, but he had a really big game. He went 2 for 3. He had a total of 3 RBIs, 2 singles, and 1 run and 1 stolen base. So Jace Morgan really put a really impressive numbers in his game. Looking to do the same thing here in Game 2 of the state qualifier series here between Spearfish. Post 22 was the number 1 seed at the end of the regular season, and Spearfish, who finished 15th, as Watertown, who will get that automatic bye as they will be hosting the state tournaments. So once this game is all done, it could, if the Hardhats win, they will move on into the state tournament. If Spearfish wins, there will be a Game 3 happening. So here we go as Sewell gets his first pitch ready here for the lefty batter in Jace Morgan. And his first pitch is going to come up a little high. We saw that first pitch in the game as well. First pitch from Sewell was up high onto Roberts, and then his second one was down low. And then went all the way to full count and then struck out Roberts. This next one will do the same thing here. This one will take a skip into the turf and then into the glove there of Owen Bruner. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 pitches in here into the second inning. Sewell, the right-hander, here with the delivery. Pitches in. This one is going to be for strike 1. 2-1 count here for Sewell. Looking down the middle here for Jace Morgan. Pitch comes. This one drops in down low. Ball 3. So leadoff hitter here in the top of the second inning, in Jace Morgan facing off with a 3-1 count here. On deck is Dexter Steen, the first baseman. Sewell will look down the middle. Bruner has his call. Holding it on the mound. Releases. Pitches in. Hard hit ground ball. This one picked up by Wiesman, the shortstop. The throw on first. Drags him off the base. And he will tag him. So that will be the first out here in the top of the second inning. And now this will pull in the first baseman, Dexter Steen. Steen in last night's game for the Hardhats had a leadoff RBI single. He went 1 for 3 with a walk and a ground out. So 2 lefty batters will be the first 2 here in the top of the second inning. With 1 away, Wiesman had that pickup right there on that hard hit ground ball right on in front of him, and then the skip right up to him. Threw it over to first, pulled the first baseman off in Braunham, and he tagged Morgan while doing it. So Steen, after they're checking up here on the first baseman. 1 out here in the top of the second. Still in a 0-0 game here. Here is Sewell on the mound. Lifts the leg, pitches in. This one up high to the top left side. Ball 1 here to Steen. Steen, who missed a little bit of some time due to a shoulder injury that he suffered during the Gopher Classic in Minnesota. DH'd a little bit in the Sioux Falls East game, and now making his infield appearance. This is going to be a base hit here. This one into center field, so that will be the first base hit of the game for Post 22. Dexter Steen will single. So the second batter here in the second inning will get aboard. And now here is Dawson Inhofer, Hardhats designated hitter. He had 1 at-bat in the game last night. He came in a pinch hit for Kane McLeod, as Inhofer only in a single at-bat in last night's game. He had a ground out to the shortstop. So they're going to try to quickly go here on the pickoff attempt where Dexter Steen is. He will slide in safe. So Inhofer waiting here on his first pitch of this at-bat. And he also had some time in the infield with Blaine Hunt out with injury, playing in the field at shortstop. First pitch is going to come down low of the offering for ball 1. Inhofer looks across there to the third base line for Coach Torvey to give him the sign. Steen with his lead off of first base as Sewell, the quick turn over his shoulder, the quick release. Steen read it like a book, slides back in safe on first. So 1-0 count will remain here for Inhofer. As well as his call. Pitches in, down to the turf, plays the bounce. Steen's going to take off to second. The throw is in, slides in, safe. So Steen all the way to second. That was also taken for ball 2 here for Dawson Inhofer. So Owen Bruner, that one just bounced out a little bit in front of him. Went over to the left side, the quick pickup. Steen took advantage of it, takes off to second. So 2-0 count here for the Hardhats DH and Dawson Inhofer. Right-hander on the mound, looking back and forth at home plate in second. Here comes the pitch. This is a bunt placed down. Pickup by Sewell, the throw to first. So that will be a sacrifice bunt. That will move Dexter Steen across to third base. So that'll be the second out here in the second inning. So the Hardhats could have the go-ahead run there on third base. We saw the sac bunt from Brock Lewis for Spearfish, just the second batter in the first inning. That's the first bunt placed down here for the Hardhats in this game. Here is Carter Johnson, the Hardhats right fielder. In last night's game, he went 1 for 2 with the strikeout, groundout, and a single. So his first pitch here to Johnson. This one's going to come in close and inside for ball 1. Again, looks over his third base coach there for manager Kelvin Torvey as his sign. Steen will take his little steps off of third base. Here's the 1-0 count. Pitches in. This one plays a bounce off the turf. Steen's going to take off here to home, and they will score. So the Hardhats up to a 1-0 lead on the pass ball, and that will take bases off there. The Hardhats will crack the first run here of the game. It's 1-0. That was also taken for ball 2 here by Carter Johnson. 2-0 count, 2 outs, top of the second. Both teams having 1 hit. Hardhats will crack the score with a 1-0 lead, and third pitch here is going to come up and high, ball 3 here. 3-0 count. Sewell will look down the middle. Here is Johnson. Lifts a leg off the mound, pitches in. So the 3-0 count will now turn into a 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Johnson back into the batter's box here. We saw 1 strikeout, the first batter of the game that Sean Sewell faced off against, and Aiden Roberts. Next pitch, this one down low, ball 4 here taken by Carter Johnson. So that's the first walk allowed of the day for Sean Sewell. So up next here is the catcher, Brody Thompson. Thompson, who did not play in last night's game. In the regular season, he had a .259 batting average, .382 on-base percentage, and .379 slugging with a total of 15 hits. With Josh Elder as the starting catcher in last night's game. So with Johnson on first base, for Johnson the regular season, he drew 26 walks. So the runner back behind him, first pitch here to Thompson. This one's going to sneak on by the catcher. The pickup here by the second baseman. The throw to first. So the ground out there will do it. That will do it for the top of the second. Dexter Steen comes in to score, makes this game 1-0 for the Hardhats. So we'll take a short break here on Hardhats TV. We'll be back for the start of the bottom of the second inning. All right, we're back here for the bottom of the second inning, and I apologize here for some of the buffering here on Hardhats TV. I'm trying to battle with it. In the next break, we will try to mess around with it a little bit here. So we get ready. Leading off here in the bottom of the second inning for Spearfish is going to be their catcher, number 6, Owen Bruner. And Bruner in the last game for Spearfish went 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout into left field. So with Dexter Steen coming in with the run, makes this game a 1-0 lead. Moreno's first pitch here, this will be swung on and missed here for strike 1 by Bruner. So an 0-1 start, both teams having 1 hit apiece. Dexter Steen for the Hardhats, and it was Tucker Olson for Spearfish. 0-1 pitch, drops in perfectly in the strike zone for strike 2 here by Jaden Moreno. 0-2 count here as he will quickly tie his shoe here on the mound. So with an 0-2 count, Jaden Moreno back on the mound, following his now retied shoe, pitches in, up high. That's going to be for ball 1. So with the 1-2 count here, Moreno, the step back, pitches in, catches him looking for the first out here, and that's the first strikeout of the game for Mr. Jaden Moreno. So Bruner, who also had a strikeout in the first game, will now follow one with here in game 2. First pitch here on the next batter, this is Walker Wiesman, the shortstop. This one was coming in down low, takes a bounce off the turf for ball 1. 1-0 count here, Moreno. His next windup pitch comes. This one is just going to be a little high. Could have been a little bit inside as well. It'll be taken for ball 2. 2-0 count here, another lefty batter that Jaden Moreno will face off against. 2-0 count, Moreno, step back, pitches in. This is going to be a soft ground ball, not hit very well. Right back in front of Moreno, the quick throw. Steen makes a great catch. That's going to be the second out here. That one took a little bit of a funky hit off the bat. Took a little bit of a bounce. It was a slow rolling ball as well. So Wiesman, who will ground out. Picked up right by Jaden Moreno. So the first 2 batters here in the bottom of the second, both of them going out with a strike and a ground out. Here comes the next batter. This is Jackson Peters Hatton. The first pitch he sees here, as this will be swung on and missed for strike 1. So the 0-1 count, Moreno, glove over the face here. Gets his next pitch call. This dropper coming inside, that'll be for ball 1. So he splits first pitch for a strike, his second pitch for ball 1. Moreno with the step back, the 1-1 delivery. This one outside. Thompson moving a little bit there to the opposite batter's box here. Moving just a slight bit for ball 2. Moreno has the next call. Here is his next pitch, the 2-1. This one up high, ball 3. A little bit of a swing there that could have been from Jackson Peters Hatton, who was the 8th batter in the lineup for Spearfish. So Moreno on a 3-1 count here. He had 2 walks in that first inning. And here is the 3-1, a breaker ball up and high. So ball 4. That'll be the 3rd walk allowed on the day here for Moreno. So that's the first batter here for Spearfish that has landed on base in this bottom of the second inning. Here comes the number 9 batter. This is Jack Scharf, the second baseman. Moreno looking over him to the runner on first. And here's the first offering runner taking off. Thought he was going to take off, but he decides to hold back as this one will get a little piece of it here on the foul ball for an 0-1 start. 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. Hardhats up to 1-0. After the first inning last night's game, they were up 11-0. Moreno on the next pitch. This one coming inside. A little bit of a breaker ball, trying to get him to chase after it. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Moreno, another peek over to Peters Hatton on first base. Here comes the pitch. This one swung on. This is a ground ball. Plays the bounce. Roberts bare hands at the throw to first. Amazing play. Loses his hard hat in his action while making that play. And that'll be the 3rd out here in the second inning. So post 22, they respond a little bit better after the rough first inning after Roberts, Kiefer, and Reeder went 1, 2, 3. And then they had bases loaded to finish out the first inning. And then Steen, who got the first run of the game. So we'll take another short break here on Hardhats TV. I will try to fix the buffering problem, so we'll be right back. All right, so I try to fix it a little bit here. We'll hope that this solution will be a little bit better than it was. So we get ready here for the top of the third inning. This is the number 9 batter for post 22. This is Blaine Hunt, the shortstop. And last night was his first game back since his foot injury that he suffered after the Firecracker tournament. So he did not play a single game in the Gopher Classic, nor that 4-game series between the two Sioux Falls West teams. So first pitch here from Sewell. This one's going to drop in down low, right out in front of his cleats for ball 1. Hunt in the last game went 2 for 3, 2 singles and a fielder's choice. He also had an RBI and 3 stolen bases for the Hardhats shortstop. Next pitch here, Hunt places the bunt right out in front of the catcher. The throw to first, they're going to get him out. So he tried to go for a bunt there, just not in time. Didn't have enough power under it to get out a little bit more in front. So it'll be the first out here in the inning. So here we go back to the top of the order. This is Aiden Roberts, 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. And Sewell, the first pitch here, swung on and missed for strike 1 here by Roberts. That one was just coming a little bit down low. Had a vision for it early on, and then just kind of dropped right out there, hitting home plate. 0-1 count with 1 away. Sewell's pitch. This one in for strike 2. Roberts decides to be patient with this one, and he holds off. So this is the no ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the third inning. Here in Game 2 of the state qualifier series between Rapid City Post 22 and Post 164 Spearfish. This could be a foul ball and bounces into the Hardhats bullpen. So Roberts will stay here on an 0-2 count. Comes back. He also went 3-2 on his first at-bat, fought off a few foul balls here and there, and then managed to get all the way back from that. So here's the 0-2 with 1 away. Sewell, another look down the middle here. Roberts waiting for the 0-2 pitch to come with 1 out. Lifts the leg, pitches in. This is going to be another foul ball. This one right on in front of manager Kelvin Torvey. So back-to-back foul balls by Roberts. He will just keep on doing it. He's making contact little by little here. 0-2 as the Hardhats dugout giving him a little bit of some cheers here, trying to get his motivation up. 0-2 with 1 away. Sewell, pitch, swung on. Third straight foul ball here. This one is played into the crowd. So Roberts, who has still been stuck in this 0-2 hole here. After the first one he fouled off, the second one he let go, and then 3 consecutive foul balls. Sewell has his pitch call here from Bruner, the catcher. Here it comes. This one is going to get him. So 0 for 2 today here for Aiden Roberts on 2 strikeouts, catches him looking. So Sewell, his second strikeout of the game. And now here comes Lars Kiefer. So with 2 away in this top of the third inning, here's Kiefer 0 for 1 today with a flyout into left field. Sewell look across, pitches in. First one down low. No take there from Kiefer. He'll stay patient with it. 1-0, Sewell. Call from Bruner. Pitches in. Kiefer, a high pop-up. This is a fly or a foul ball. This one all the way back behind the bullpen for Post 22. So 1-1 count here. Sewell ready for his next call. 1-1 count for Kiefer. Pitches in. Power ground ball picked up by the third baseman. The throw to first over his head. Kiefer running off here to second, so that's going to be the first error of the game. So he's all the way to second after the throw from Brock Lewis over the head of Branham, the first baseman. And now we'll put Kiefer on second. So here comes Wyatt Reeder. And Reeder today 0 for 1 as he had a ground out. So they'll get ready for this. Kiefer putting his batting equipment over to the side. So he'll be the base runner there on second. 2 away in the third inning. So the first pitch here to Reeder. This one down low is going to sneak on through Bruner. And Kiefer will take off here. And he's on a third. So they have another, this is the second time in this game that the Hardhats have had a runner here on third base. It was first one with Dexter Steen, and he came in to score the unearned run. So 1-0 count here for Reeder. After that one, just a little bit low and inside and sneaks right past the catcher in Owen Bruner. Here's Sewell, the 1-0 pitch. This one down low, but it'll be counted for as a strike here. So Reeder will match with 1 ball and 1 strike here. Lefty hitting second base for the Hardhats. He played first base when Dexter Steen was injured. And then his little brother Jackson Reeder playing second. Here is the next pitch. This one high to the top left, ball 2. 2-1 count here. Kiefer will take anything here to try to get off that base on third. If Reeder even can get this one put on the ground on a bunt, Kiefer has the speed to show for it. 2-1. Outside, ball 3. A little bit of a stare down as well from Bruner and Kiefer on third base. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs in the top of the third inning. 1-0 score for the Hardhats with Lars Kiefer on third base. Wyatt Reeder here at bat. Swell with this call. Here is the pitch from the mound. Hard hit ball. This one going back to the wall here in right field. This one has the distance. It's going to drop, or no, it's going to be caught in center field. So Reeder, a nice hit ball. It's caught by the center fielder and Aiden Meverin. So that will be the third out here in this top of the third inning. Post 22-1, Spearfish post 164-0. Taking another short break here on Hardhats TV, and we'll be back to start the bottom of the third inning. And leading off for Spearfish will be Aiden Meverin. So we have a new pitcher here on the mound for post 22, number 24, Rowan Fredrickson. In the regular season with the Hardhats, he had 55.1 innings pitched, 8-1 record, 61 strikeouts to 34 batters walked with a 2.024 ERA and a 1.211 WHIP. So here is Meverin, who had a leadoff walk on the first at-bat of the game, And Frederickson, his first pitch here, he's going to put this one right down the middle, and a swing and a miss for strike one. Frederickson here waiting for his next call. 0-1 count. Here comes the pitch. This one coming up close there near the face. No take there, ball one. So 1-1 count for Aiden Meverin, the center fielder for Spearfish. 1-1 pitch. Frederickson, this one a foul ball. Got a piece of it up and over the netting and out of play into the crowd here at the Black Hills Surgical Ballpark here at the Fitz. 1-2 count. Frederickson has his call from Thompson. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, but it's going to get dropped. This one sneaking by behind of Thompson, the catcher. And the throw to first just not being in time. So Meverin will be on first. And here comes the next batter. This is Brock Lewis. He had a sacrifice bunt on his first at-bat of the game. So with Meverin taking his lead off of first. Waiting for the first pitch here on this at-bat. Frederickson delivers. This one up and high, and Thompson closing down on him. Having that arm up, maybe seeing if he wanted to go and take him there. One all on a pickoff attempt here. No tag there from Steen on Meverin, so he'll be in safe. 1-0 count for Lewis, third baseman. 1-0 count here, Frederickson. Keep an eye on the runner back behind him on first. Here comes the pitch. This one's going to get him on the back, right on that shoulder blade. So a hit by pitch. Rowan Frederickson, he had 17 of the regular season. So that will put the first two batters here in this bottom of the third inning on first and second. Here comes Tucker Olson, the left fielder, 1 for 1 today with a single. Thompson having a quick chat here with Frederickson following the hit by pitch. That one just got a piece of the back. So runners on 1 and 2 now. Steen will play out in front of the runner on first. Olson, who had the first base hit of the game for both teams, and Hardhats and Spearfish each having 1 hit apiece. Frederickson, first offering, swung on a miss for strike one. 0-1 count. No outs here. 1-0 lead in favor of post 22. Frederickson looking to the runner on second. Here's the 0-1 delivery. This one down the middle. Olson holds back for strike two. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs here in the bottom of the third inning. Rowan Frederickson here waiting for his next pitch. Looks back to the runner on second. Will back off, pitches in. This is going to be a foul ball. Got a piece of it up and over the netting. So Olson just trying to get every little piece of it, every contact that he could try to make here. 0-2 count will stay the same. Frederickson with a new ball following out of play foul ball. 0-2 here. Frederickson, ball behind his back, has his call from Thompson. Releases the pitch. This one down low. And a slide there from Thompson. This one just outside for ball one. So 1-2. Hardhats defense still trying to find their first out here in this bottom of the third inning. They've had this 1-0 lead since the top of the second. Frederickson. And a quick timeout called here by Olson. After Jaden Moreno, in the first 2 innings he pitched, he had 1 strikeout. He allowed 1 hit and no runs. So here's the 1-2. Frederickson. Righty hands one over. This is going to be swung on and dropped. So they were just counted here as a strikeout. So that'll be the first out here in this inning. Rowan Frederickson adds for his first K of the day. And now that will just keep the runners there on first and second. So we have a pinch hitter here in number 21, Connor Johnson. So he's going to come in and pinch hit for Jack Branham, the first baseman. He's batting fourth. Home plate umpire is going to get this down. That's the Hardhats dugout no. So he did not play in the game yesterday, so he'll make his first appearance here in this state qualifier series. Frederickson waiting and getting his call. Look back to the runner on second. Here comes the first pitch. This is swung on by Johnson. Has a piece of it, and he will foul off here for the 0-1 count. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out, following the strikeout to Tucker Olson. And we saw the third strike drop from Meverin. He went over to first, got a beat out, and then the hit by pitch from Brock Lewis. Here's the 0-1. Frederickson hands one off. This is going to be a foul ball. Just hits the netting and drops right back down. So 2 foul balls here on this count. 0-2. And the pitcher for the Hardhats here in Frederickson will try to offer this one off here. 0-2. Rowan Frederickson looks down the middle, looks to the runner on second. Hunt backs off, pitches in. This one will be dropped. Thompson the pickup, and he won't throw it to third. So they're actually going to call it a strikeout, just like the last one there. So back-to-back strikeouts for Rowan Frederickson here onto Tucker Olson and Connor Johnson. So now here comes the next batter. This is Sean Sewell, the pitcher batting 5th in the lineup. And he into that double play which put out the first inning where went right to Roberts, tag third base, the throw over to first. Frederickson the first one here. This is going to be a ground ball. Gets by Frederickson. Roberts the pickup, the throw to first. That will do it. So third inning is complete. Hardhats, 2 strikeouts from Rowan Frederickson onto Tucker Olson and Connor Johnson. And then the ground out there from Sean Sewell picked up from Aiden Roberts. And that does it here for the third inning. So we go to the fourth inning. Hardhats still up 1-0. We'll take a short break and we'll be back for the start of the fourth. All right, we're back here and ready to go for the start of the fourth inning here for Game 2 of the State Qualifier Series. Leadoff hitter here for Post 22 is going to be Jace Morgan. He's 0 for 1 today with the ground out to the shortstop, which was picked up by Walker Wiesman. We'll still see Sean Sewell here on the mound. 2 strikeouts here in this game, 1 of the first and 1 of the third inning. First pitch here that he'll face off against with Morgan. This one is going to come in down low of the offering for ball 1. Sewell having his next pitch call here ready in his back pocket. The 1-0 pitch. Sewell delivers. This one again down low. Ball 2 here for Jace Morgan. 2-0 count. Hardhats still having 1 hit on the board. So does Spearfish. Dexter Steen owning it as he had that single and he came in with the unearned run. He is on deck for the Hardhats and in the hole is Inhofer. Next pitch down low, right on the front, on top, hovering over the cleats there of Jace Morgan for ball 3. So it'll be a 3-0 count here. 3 pitches in already the fourth inning for Jace Morgan. Facing off, could be a 4-pitch walk here, and this is not going to be the case, so that'll be in for a strike here, the 3-0 take from Morgan. Steps back in here, ready to go in the batter's box. 3-1 count. 1 error also belonging to Spearfish. That was the one where Kiefer reached all the way to second. 3-1 pitch up high, ball 4. So we'll lead off walk here in the 4th inning from Sean Sewell. And this will put Jace Morgan here on to first. And Morgan in the regular season for Post 22, he had a total of 33 walks. So here's Dexter Steen, 1 for 1 today with a single and the lone run. As the Spearfish coach here coming out of the steps from the dugout, he's going to try to give a sign here. They're going to throw that direction there of Jace Morgan on first of the pickoff attempt. He slides in on safe. Sewell back-to-back times trying to go a fast one there on Morgan. He's going to slide in safe and sound. So back-to-back pickoff attempts trying to get Morgan there one after another. First pitch here to Dexter Steen. This one is going to come down just a little bit low in for a strike call. So 0-1. Manager Kelvin Torvey giving the sign here. Quick throw on the over to first there. Morgan will just hurry right back on. Tags his base. Has his lead off now. 0-1 count. Pitch is in. Steen, this is a ground ball right to the first baseman. Tags first base. Won't throw it there to second. So that'll be the first out here. On the ground out from Dexter Steen. So that just moves Morgan across over to second. So here is Dawson Inhofer. He had a sacrifice bunt on his first at-bat with Morgan on second, who also has speed. Morgan finished the regular season with the Hardhats with 51 total runs this season. So Sewell, as he takes a step there off of the mound, trying to find a result there of getting the base runner on a second. First pitch here that will come to Dawson Inhofer. And this one up high, ball 1. 1-0 count starting off for the Hardhats designated hitter, as it was Kay McLeod who started as a DH in last night's game, and then Inhofer who came in a little bit later. He only had 1 at-bat. 1-0 count here. Sewell the pitch. Inhofer takes the big swing, but he will miss for strike 1. So 1-1. Inhofer trying to get some power under that one. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Morgan on second following his walk. And this pitch coming in down low. Morgan at a standstill about halfway there from second and third. Ball 2 for Inhofer. As he awaits his 4th pitch here on this at-bat. 2-1 count, shortstop at second base, and really getting him close there to second base. Sewell takes another look back there. Here comes the pitch. This one is going to be inside. It's going to sneak on away. Morgan went halfway, decides he's going to turn back around and go back to second. So that was taken for ball 3 there from Inhofer. 3-1 count. With 1 away on deck is Carter Johnson for Post 22. Pitch is in, up high, ball 4. So that's the second walk allowed here in the inning for Sean Sewell. And that will put runners on 1 and 2. And here comes Carter Johnson. He was walked on his first at-bat of the game. So another call sign here from the Spearfish coach from the dugout. Coming out from the steps, they're going to pull in that left fielder in Tucker Olson. He's going to play in a little bit closer. Coming out more in front of him. So here is Johnson. So with 1 away, runners on 1 and 2. First baseman playing into the grass. We'll see if Johnson's going to place the bunt here. Sewell the first pitch. This one coming up high for ball 1. 1-0 count. Hardhats still trying to find their second base hit here of the game. Another look back to Jace Morgan on his second base. Here's Sewell. Pitch comes. Morgan taking off. This takes a bounce in front of the home plate off the catcher's mask. Morgan's going to take off. He's going to come in home to score. And the throw is not going to be in time. It's going to get him through him. So Morgan will come in for an unearned run. Makes this game 2-0. And Inhofer squeaks all the way around to third base. And that was taken for ball 2. So a little bit of a crazy sequence there from the pitch from from Sean Sewell. This one just bounced right from the home plate into the catcher's mask off of Owen Bruner. Popped right back up behind him. He had a trouble time trying to find it. Back behind him, Morgan, who was on second. He was taking off. Notice that it was back rolling to the backstop. He takes it all the way to home. It makes this now a 2-0 lead for Post 22. So we'll see our first mound visit here of the game for Spearfish. We saw one early in the first inning from Coach Kindred and Jaden Moreno. So we will see what's going to happen here. There's only one out, and with Inhofer now just parked on third base, and that throw from Bruner as Sewell, who came in to cover home plate, the throw kind of got into Morgan on his body. Inhofer could have came in to score, but it would have been a little bit too risky. So he decides he's just going to be patient, hold off there on to third. So the mound visit will come to an end. First one of the game for Spearfish. They haven't made a lot of pitching changes. They've only had one here so far, or they haven't had one here today. We've only seen one, and that was for Jaden Moreno with Rowan Fredrickson. Here's the 2-0. Here is Sean Sewell. Pitch comes up high. Ball one taken, or ball three. 3-0 counts here for Carter Johnson. Could put runners in the corners here. He has one walk today with Brody Thompson on deck. Pitches down low, ball four. So the 4-pitch walk here by Tater Johnson. 2 times today, he gets a free ticket to first. And here comes Brody Thompson up to the plate. 0 for 1 today. He had a ground out to the second baseman, which was Jack Scharf. And then Johnson entering this game, he had a total of 26 walks. So 28 total this season, combined with regular season and postseason. So with Inhofer on third, Johnson on first. Here is Thompson at the plate with only one out here. 2-0 lead for the Hardhats in the top of the fourth. Pitch is in. This one will drop into the strike zone here for strike one. 0-1 count with one away. Sewell gets his feet planted on the mound here. Quick pickoff here to Johnson on first. He slides in safe. So 0-1 count. He's going to hop right back up, back into his leadoff stance. 0-1. Sewell will look over to Inhofer on third base. Another direction towards first. The tag was there. Johnson slides in safe. 0-1 count here. Sewell, for the first one, dropped in the strike zone off of Thompson. And here comes the second one. This is going to be a bunt, but it's going to go for a foul ball here. Had the right picture for it. Just a little bit too much onto it. This one goes foul as that was rolling in towards the Spearfish dugout. So Bruner will call for a visit here with his pitcher. And he will also hand off the new ball given to him. So an 0-2 count facing here with Brody Thompson. With Johnson on first, Inhofer on third. Here's the Hardhats catcher. One away. Sewell making sure he's got an eye on Johnson on first. He went back-to-back pickoff attempts to him earlier, and this one is going to be in for ball one, and Johnson takes on over to second. So now runners on 2 and 3 here. And 1 ball, 2 strikes for Thompson. Blaine Hunt will be on deck. Sewell another look over to Johnson on second. Inhofer on third, pitches in, ground ball. This one fouls on that third base line there for Thompson. So they'll do it again. 1-2 count, another quick chat here with Bruner and Sean Sewell on the mound for Spearfish. So they will chat over some things here that maybe one sees differently than the other. So not a long meeting, just a short, sweet talk. 1-2 count with one away. Here is Thompson back into the batter's box here. First base is open after Johnson took off the second following a pitch that was a little bit down low into the ground. Sewell's pitch, this one outside. Ball 2 here from Thompson. 2-2 here with one out. Top of the fourth inning. There has been no earned runs here today. As it was Morgan and Steen with both of the unearned runs. This is a high fly ball. This one into left center. Olsen and Meverin are under it, and Meverin makes the catch, and no tag from Inhofer on third. So a fly ball, which is caught from the center fielder. That'll be the second out here in this inning. And here is Blaine Hunt. He had a bunt ground out, which was scooped and picked up, so we'll see what he does here. Swell will stretch a little bit of the arm there. 2 outs. Johnson and Inhofer still on second and third. Blaine Hunt today 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. This one outside for ball 1. And Hunt, the switch hitter. When facing off against a right-handed pitcher, he decides to bat left. When he faces off against a left-handed pitcher, he decides to bat right. So 1-0. After the first one was taken outside. So I'll look over to Johnson on second. Next pitch is in here. This is going to be a ground ball. Takes a piece of the netting for 1-1 count here. So 1-1 with 2 away. Sewell waiting for Hunt to re-enter the batter's box here. He steps on in. Hunt, bat over the shoulder. Inhofer on third, Johnson on second. Here comes the pitch. Hunt, this is a high pop-up. This one is in the way here of V-spin. The shortstop makes the catch for the third out here. So the pop to the shortstop from Blaine Hunt is going to do it here for the top of the fourth inning. 1 run which was scored in there from Jace Morgan, the unearned run. So we go to the bottom of the fourth. We'll take one short break here on Hardhats TV. We'll be back for the start of the bottom of the fourth. A new pitcher here on the mound to start the fourth inning for Post 22. It's number 29, McCoy Rippentrop, making his first postseason appearance here in Game 1 and now here in Game 2. In the regular season, McCoy Rippentrop, 26 innings pitched, a 4-0 record, 30 strikeouts to 15 batters walked, a 2.423 ERA, and a 1.231 whip for McCoy Rippentrop. So leadoff hitter here for Spearfish is going to be Owen Bruner, the catcher. And he had the first strikeout of the game from Jay Moreno. 2 innings pitched with 1 K. Fredrickson, who came in to pitch just in the third inning, having 2 strikeouts back-to-back. So here's Rippentrop making his first batter faced in this game. And the first one's going to come in a little bit down low, the offering for ball 1. 1-0 count. Rippentrop, as is called, turns in, getting ready here for his next one. Pitch off the mound. This is swung on. This is a ground or a fly ball. Diving catch! Are you kidding me? Unbelievable catch. I'm not sure why the other camera's not working. A diving catch from Carter Johnson. Absolutely incredible. So the camera that's mounted is not turning on. Wish we could have got that. So that'll be the first out here. Here is Wiesman. Rippentrop, his first pitch here on his next batter, in for a strike. So this is the 0-1 starts here. Just to the next batter. Rippentrop delivers his next one. This is swung on. Got a piece of it here on the foul tip. So 0-2 count will be the results. Here is Rippentrop looking back here on the mound. As his pitch, swung on, line drive, sneaks on through. Roberts on third base, and that one's sneaking on into left field. So that's the second base hit of the game for Spearfish today. And that one going to Walker Viesman. So up next here is Jackson Peters Hatton, as he had a walk on his first at-bat. Rippentrop. Here is the pitch. First one is going to be up a little high here for ball one. 1-0 count. Following the base hit from Walker Viesman, the shortstop, who now is 1 for 2 today. Here's a 1-0. Down low, this one just out of the glove of Thompson here. Rolling out in front of him. Runner holds off there onto first for ball two. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Hardhats up 2-0. So far, they're being out-hit just by 1. 2 hits for Spearfish, 1 for Post 22. This one's going to sneak on through. That's going to be an error, the first one here for the Hardhats today. This one on trying to get a fast one there. So the runner will take off to second. So now both teams having a throw-in error today. Same thing, the pitcher just trying to go that throw there to first. It was a little bit different when we saw Kiefer. It was the throw from third that got up and over the head of the first baseman and Jack Branham. So 2-0 count still here now for Peters Hatton. Now with Viesman at second following the throwing error. Rippentrop delivers the 2-0. This one outside ball 3. So 3-0 count, just one batter faced. It was the fly to right field from Owen Bruner, that spectacular diving catch from Carter Johnson. 3-0 now. Rippentrop, as Raider getting closer to the second, he's going to go to that direction. So the pickoff attempt will be safe. Here is the 3-0. Rippentrop with his next pitch call here in the palm of the right arm. Pitch is up. Ball 4. So the 4-pitch walk will put runners on 1 and 2 now, and Coach Kindred here is going to have a mound visit. Second time that he's going to come up here today. We saw the first time happen with Jan Moreno, and now the second time here happening with McCoy Rippentrop. So while they talk some things over here, MLB scores going on around the league here on this Thursday afternoon. And Kindred wraps up the quick talk there. So Game 3, if there will be a Game 3 forced, it will actually be 30 minutes after this game. But if the Hardhats win, they will be in the state tournament. Spearfish wins, a Game 3 will happen 30 minutes after this game here. Rippentrop following the mound visit. Runners on 1 and 2. This one down to the turf. It's going to get away. So a wild pitch will put runners down 1, 2, and 3 here for Spearfish. And the 1-0 start up here for Jack Scharf. Scharf today 0 for 1 with a ground out to Aiden Roberts on third. They have a pitcher working here in the bullpen for Post 22. I believe it is Skylar Montgomery. 1-0 here. Rippentrop pitches in, and this is going to be swung on. This one up and over the head of Rippentrop. Picked up here by Blaine Hunt. The throw down to the dirt. Diving play made by Steen, but he's going to be safe. So Steen just out a little in front of him. He had his leg just lifted off. So that's going to be an RBI single for Jack Scharf. And that will be an error. So this is now a 2-1 game. Now Aiden Meverin here. And coming in with that run is Walker Viesman. Rippentrop, first pitch here on the next batter. This one is going to be outside ball 1. 1-0 count following that error. Rip and chop here, the next pitch waiting. Thompson had his hands up, trying to get the attention there, and it did. Of Rip and chop on the mound. 1-0 count here with 1 out. Looks at the corner of his eye, the runner on first. Here's the 1-0. Swung on a miss by Meverin here for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 2 hits for Spearfish, 2 errors for the Hardhats, 1 hit for the Hardhats, and 1 error for Spearfish. Just kind of changing spots there on the scoreboard. Here's the 1-1. Rip and chop with runners on the corners with only 1 out. And he will take a step here off the mound. Didn't really know which direction he wanted to go to, first or third. 1-1. Pitches in. This one is up high. The throw to Reeder. The tag down. He's going to get him. Catches him stealing. Great throw there from Brody Thompson. So that will pull Jackson Scharf off of first. Caught stealing as Peters Hatton still on third. So here is a 2-1 count. Pitch. This one is going to be for ball 3 here. So 3-1 as I didn't have the scoreboard there updated. 3-1 count with 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And a 2-1 lead now for post 22. Rip and chop's pitch down low. Ball 4. So I'll put the runners there back on the corners as Meverin, his second time being walked here today. So here comes Brock Lewis. Sack bunt and a hit by pitch here today. Steps in the box. Runners on the corners again. Thompson, last time this happened, that runner caught stealing out on second. Rip and chop his first pitch. This one down low. It's going to get a pass ball. Here comes Hatton. Peters Hatton in to score. So this game is tied up. It is 2-2. And with the runner going all the way off there to second, a 1-0 count. So Spearfish tying this game at 2-2. As that is their first unrun score of the game. Now move Meverin over to second. Here's the 1-0 pitch. This one swung on. Got a piece of the foul ball here for a 1-1 count. One ball, 1 strike. Following the runner coming in to score after the pass ball. It just got a piece off the shin pad from Thompson and out to the right side. Here's the 1-1 with 2 away. Rip and chop. Pitches in. Inside. Ball 2. A little close one there as Thompson was holding on to that one, trying to move it a little bit more in closer there to see if they were going to call it there for strike 2. 2-1. Rip and chop, another peek over to runner on second. Pitches in. Up high. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here. Rip and chop, who has walked a pair of batters here in this inning. His first showing of this game. Runner on second. He looks over. Rip and chop delivers. Swung on a foul ball. So full count here with 3-2. Hardhats here. Got to come out here in the next inning. Top of the 5th. Showing that they want to get this game right back into a tie. Or get ahead. It's a tie right now. 3-2. Rip and chop will look over to the runner on second. Pitches in. Swung on. High pop-up. Foul ball out of play. Steen, the first baseman who was running to give after Chase. Out of his reach. So 3-2. 2 straight foul balls here. And Rip and chop here on the mound. Getting settled on in. Trying to find that one last pitch here to try to put the dagger in here to end this 4th inning. Here is the pitch. Gets him looking for strike 3. So that will end the inning here as Lewis strikes out. But Spearfish tying this game 2-2 here 4th. So we go to the 5th inning. This is a great ball game here to watch, folks. And we'll take a short break here. We'll be back to start the 5th inning here on Hardhats TV. So here is Aiden Roberts, will lead off hit here for post 22 here in this inning. Starting the fifth, he's 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. A little bit of an odd sequence, kind of seeing him strike out twice here in this game. And we will still see Sean Sewell here on the mound for Spearfish. He'll take a quick step here off. So every hard hat hitter now has had at least 2 at-bats here in this game. Here's the first one. Roberts takes a nice swing. This one will land into left center. It's going to drop. So Roberts following his 2 strikeouts. First pitch, he's going to get a single. So that's a great way here to start off this 5th inning after a little bit of a rough 4th to get this game to a tie 2-2 score. Here is Lars Kiefer. Get a fly into left field, then he reached second base following the error. That one found that gap right in between left and center. Lands perfectly for Aiden Roberts, and he has a lot of speed. Finished the regular season with 49 stolen bases and a quick throw there to first. He slides in safe. Kiefer still waiting the first pitch here of this at-bat. Another pickoff attempt there to first. Roberts sliding in safe. Trying to get that base runner there off of first base. Has kind of been Sewell's on his mind here today. Roberts taking off the second, pitches in for a strike. The throw to second, in safe. So Roberts will get a stolen base, as Kiefer will take that one there for a strike. So the Hardhats here trying to get Roberts a little bit closer and closer here to come in and score to give them that go-ahead lead once here again. 0-1 count here to Kiefer, the center fielder. 2 hits now apiece for Spearfish in post 22. Here is the pitch. This one coming inside there to Kiefer for ball 1. 1-1 count. Roberts with his little steps off of second base. Kiefer waiting the next pitch here. Sewell, the right-hander. Delivers. This one swung on by Kiefer. This is a ground ball. Gets by Wiesman, the shortstop. So that will be a base hit for Lars Kiefer, and that's going to put runners here on the corners. So Wiesman just had a little piece of it, but not all of it. And Lars Kiefer will get his first base hit of the game here. Here's Wyatt Reeder. He is 0 for 2 today, a ground out and a fly out. No outs. A great situation to be in here for the Hardhats. Reeder who can slam one here at a nice hit. That one almost all the way back, hitting the wall. And it was just caught by the center fielder and Aiden Meverin. So Kiefer on first, Roberts on third. No outs here in the top of the 5th and a 2-2 tie game. Here is Sewell. First pitch here to Reeder. This one will be taken outside, ball 1. So Wyatt Reeder will stay patient here, waiting for one that he could take full advantage of and put the Hardhats right back into this lead like they were earlier here in the game. They held on to that 2-0 lead all the way until the 4th inning, and then the 2 runs scored by Spearfish made it to a 2-2 game. Sean Sewell looks to Roberts straight ahead on third after following that pickoff attempt to Kiefer on first. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Reeder. This one down low, ball 2. 2-0 count here. On deck is Jace Morgan. And Jace Morgan, who scored the 2nd run of the game. Reeder, the low bat sway here. 2-0. Pitch comes. Reeder, this one hooking to the left side. This one is in foul territory. It's going to drop. That one lands into the Hardhats bullpen. So a foul ball there from Wyatt Reeder. 2-1 count now. He comes back here to the batter's box. Even a sac fly here would do the trick for the Hardhats. Here in the top of the 5th inning. Here's Sean Sewell. Back on the mound. Quick throw to first. Close one there. Kiefer just gets his hand on the bag just in time. 2-1 count. Coach Torvey talking there to Roberts on third base. Might see just a hit and run here from Reeder. 2-1 pitches in. This one coming near the shins. He's got to back up there. Ball 3. 3-1 count. Not a good pitch to take a swing there from Reeder. Has a good take there. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Still no outs here in the top of the 5th inning in a 2-2 game with runners on the corners. Quick pickoff throw there to first. Kiefer Saw it early, slides in safe. 3-1 count. Here is Sean Sewell. Down the middle. Pitch here to Wyatt Reeder. This one in for strike two. Reeder thought he was going to get the walk there. Threw the bat, so he's got to go pick it up. 3-2 count here. Full count for Wyatt Reeder's third at-bat of this game. Looks over the home plate umpire. A little close call there. Full count here. We saw full count for Aiden Roberts on his first at-bat of the game. 3-2, both base runners taking their lead off. Here is Sean Sewell, the stare down the middle, waiting this call here from Owen Bruner, his catcher. Here's the 3-2 pitch down low. That will be ball four, and that will put bases loaded here for post 22 with Wyatt Reeder's walk. And now here comes Jace Morgan to the plate. And we will see a mound visit from Spearfish here. So we'll go here through some of the scheduled games for MLB while they will talk here on the mound visit. The Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Detroit Tigers at 6:40 Eastern Time. San Diego Padres taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. The Athletics and the Astros taking on against each other. Mariners, Angels in that late game. And then we already have one final score here. And the Baltimore Orioles defeating the Cleveland Guardians of a score of 4-3. So the Guardians are now a 500 team at 51 wins and 51 losses. Orioles at 45 and 57. And the AL East is kind of really up for grabs now with the Blue Jays, Yankees, and Red Sox all in the fighting for it. So the mound visit will come to an end here for Sean Sewell. Bases loaded here for Jace Morgan. A ground out and a walk today, having one run as well. Sewell look back over to Kiefer, who's on second now. Here comes the first pitch to Morgan. Takes a swing. Hammers this one on a line to right field. It's going to go for a foul ball. So close to being fair. Just for a foul ball. Hard to hit. Try to get a better view here. So 0-1 following the foul ball there from Jace Morgan, and the crowd here on this Thursday afternoon. A great showing here for Game 2 of the State Qualifier Series matchup. Best of three. So following the foul ball, 0-1 count here. Sewell has his call. Lifts a leg, pitch comes, up and high and away for ball one. So 1-1, this one is going to get away of the catcher, and someone from the Hardhats dugout yelled out mashed potatoes. Not sure why. 1-1 count. Sewell waiting here for Jace Morgan on his next pitch. Bases loaded. No outs. Sewell lifts the leg. Pitch comes down low into the turf. This one's going to sneak on away. Roberts holds off on third. So that one's for ball two. This is a big pressure moment here for Sean Sewell. With a tie game 2-2, bases loaded with no outs here in the top of the fifth. And a good hitter here for the Hardhats and Jace Morgan. 2-1 count here. Pitch comes. Morgan, hard line drive, foul ball. Almost took the head off there on the first base coach. Close call there, so two foul balls here, both of them going on that first base line. The first one was coming a little bit closer, so they're going to try to move that right fielder out a little bit to that foul line on first base. 2-2 count here for Jace Morgan. Dexter Steen, who is on deck. Sewell has the call. Here comes the pitch. Up and high, ball three. So we'll see back-to-back full counts from Wyatt Reeder, who took the walk. And now here to Jace Morgan. This is a big pitch, crucial pitch here for Sean Sewell and for Jace Morgan. And here with the stare down the middle, 3-2 count. Hardhats having 3 hits in this game, Spearfish having 2. Here comes the full count pitch. Lifts the leg, pitch is in. Morgan, this is a line drive into right field, going back, makes the catch. Roberts is going to tag up, so does Kiefer. So the sac fly from Jace Morgan, and the Hardhats now having this lead. It is 3-2. So post 22, The sac fly from Jace Morgan. Here comes Dexter Steen. 1 for 2 today, a single and a ground out. Quick throw there on the first, trying to get Reeder on a fast one. He goes in safe. So Aiden Roberts will score the run there. Hardhats regain their lead here for the second time in this game. Here comes the pitch. Reeder, this is going to be a high pop-up. This one to the second baseman. He'll make the catch, and that'll be the second out here. So Steen on the pop-up on the first pitch that he sees here on this at-bat, and that puts 2 away here in this fifth inning. Here comes Dawson Inhofer. A sack, bunt, and a walk today. So Spearfish coach again giving a sign. He's going to tell the left fielder to come in a little bit closer on the throw there to Reeder on first. He's in safe. Lars Kiefer still on third base here. 2 outs. Here's the Hardhats DH. Here for a second time. Reeder quickly back on over to first. Inhofer still waiting for his first pitch here on this at-bat. Here it comes from Sewell. This could be a bunt placed down. Inhofer has the speed, the pickup, and that's going to do it. An RBI bunt from Dawson Inhofer makes this game 3-2, or 4-2, with Lars Kiefer coming in to score for the first earned run of the game. So the Hardhats now having a hold of that 2-run lead like they did from the start of the fourth. So here comes Carter Johnson, 2 walks today on his 2 at-bats. Sewell here waiting for his first pitch here to Johnson. And the first baseman off of bag there where Inhofer is. 4th hit of the game for the Hardhats. First pitch here to... This one's going to sneak on through, and here comes Reeder to score from third. Carter Johnson will get a base hit, makes this game 5-2 for post 22. An RBI single from Tater Johnson. And they have a feeling now. So they're getting that feeling going. They'll just keep runners on first and second. Here comes Brody Thompson. 0 for 2 today, a ground out and a fly out. That one just snuck right through the shortstop and the second baseman behind the bag on second. So Sean Sewell, who has started this game for Spearfish all the way to this point. Runners are going to take off. This one coming inside, and they're not going to even attempt to throw it. So stolen bases there for Inhofer and Johnson. Go to second and third as they try to get a little bit closer here. So the 1-0 take there from Thompson, making his third at-bat of the game. Sewell looks over. Pitch is going to come. Here it is. Swung on. Got a piece of it there was Thompson on the foul tip for the 1-1 count. Third baseman and Brock Lewis playing a little bit close and tight. Ready to go here on this next one. 1-1 count. Sewell will look back to second. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2 there for Thompson. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Hardhats scoring 3 runs here in the 5th inning to give them back the lead. And a 5-2 score now. Here is Sewell, the right-hander on the mound. Ready for the next pitch. Here it comes. Swung on. Thompson, a nice hit ball. This one into center field. He's under it. Makes the catch. Fly out to center field from Thompson, and that will do it for the 5th inning. Top of the 5th. Hardhats scoring 3 runs to make their lead up by 3. It's 5-2. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. We'll see McCoy Rippentrop will come right back out here for the Hardhats to be the pitcher. So we'll take a short break here on Hardhats TV, and we'll be back for the start of the bottom of the 5th inning. All right, back ready to go here for the start of the bottom of the 5th inning. And McCoy Rippetrop making his way here back to the mound as he made his first appearance in the 4th inning. He threw 1 strikeout, and he's allowed 2 runs here in his appearance so far. So here comes number 13, Tucker Olson. Today, a single and a strikeout. He had the second base hit for Spearfish. So the Hardhats defense here just has to hold on and protect this lead all the way until the bottom of the 7th. And they will be moving on into the state tournament. First pitch here for Rippetrop. This one's going to come a little outside. Take it for ball 1 here by Olson. Olson in left field for Spearfish here this afternoon. 1-0 count. Rippetrop, this is a hard ground ball. This one just hitting that netting out in front of the post 22 dugout. So 1-1 count will even this thing up. New ball given here to McCoy Rippetrop on the mound. 5 hits, 5 runs for the Hardhats, 2 runs and 2 hits for Spearfish. Rippetrop's pitch, this one's going to get the guy in the back here, so a hit by pitch for Rippetrop is going to be a leadoff one. Rippetrop having won, Frederickson hit Brock Lewis earlier. So here comes number 21, Connor Johnson. He came in to pinch hit for Jack Branham. 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Rippetrop here gets his call, has one last look to the runner on first. Here comes the pitch, swung on a miss for strike 1. 0-1 count. Third base coach here giving the sign to the base runner with Olson on first. Steen the glove up high and ready. 0-1 count. Here is the pitch, swung on, just got a piece of it. This one's going to hit the umpire here in the chest. So 0-2 count. Got a piece of the bat there from Johnson. So Thompson's going to come run this one up here as the home plate umpire also is just going to have a little chat here. It's a new ball to Rippetrop. He will choose which one he wants to use. Thompson gives him a pat here and what he wants. 0-2 count for Connor Johnson. Batting 4th here in the lineup now for Spearfish here in this game after a leadoff hit by pitch by Tucker Olson to get on first. So here's the 0-2. Rippetrop, the look across over to the runner on first. Here comes his next one. This one outside, ball 1. Trying to see if he would chase after it. Thompson maybe trying to give him that call. 1-2 after there was an 0-2 start. Here's Rippetrop on the mound. Lifts a leg, righty releases, swung on a missed. Strike 3. So a strikeout for McCoy Rippetrop. That's his 2nd of the game. And that's the first out here in the bottom of the 5th. So up next here is Sean Sewell. 0 for 2 today. He's also had a big day on the mound for Spearfish. He's kept them in here all the way until that top of the 5th inning where Post 22 scored 3 runs. Rippetrop, his first offering. This one is going to be up high, but it's going to be counted for here as strike 1. So 0-1 start. And they still have Olson on first. Dexter Steen has his glove up high and ready. Rippetrop next one. This one is just a little outside. Ball 1. So he makes it even here in the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rippetrop looks across over to the runner on first. Holding it. Here comes the 1-1. Swan on high pop-up. Brody Thompson right in the vicinity. Takes off his sunglasses. Dropping back. He makes the catch. So the pop-up to the catcher. There from Sean Sewell. Goes 2 away here in this bottom of the 5th inning. Up next here is Owen Bruner, the catcher. 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a flyout. Brody Thompson making that great play there. Just popped up right above from him. Ditched everything he had on his head. The catcher's mask, the hard hat, and the sunglasses. 2 away. Rippetrop, his first offering here is going to be outside. That one also taking Thompson there for ball 1. 1-0 count with 2 outs. Bruner back in the batter's box here. Here's McCoy's pitch. This one down low. Ball 2. Ribbentrop trying to just pick and choose where he wants to put this one, trying to see if Bruner will chase after it. Has his next call sign here. The 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 1. Ribbentrop, who struck out Connor Johnson to get the first out here in this inning. And then the follow with the pop-up there from Sean Sewell to the catcher in Thompson. 2-1 count. Here is Ribbentrop on the mound. Getting a look of Olsen in the corner of his eye on first. Pitch is in, down low. That one's just riding along on the turf for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Following a leadoff hit by pitch here to Olsen. Ribbentrop's next offering. This is a foul ball, just going left there on that third base line. So full count here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Spearfish here just trying to get as much runs as they can, trying to force a game 3 here in this best of 3 series. The winner of the series will go on into the state tournament. 3-2 count. McCoy Ribbentrop. Steen now off of the base on first. Wilson takes off a ground ball. Roberts makes a great diving play, picks it up. Aiden Roberts, picture perfect. Makes the ground out play, and that will do it for the bottom of the 5th inning. Post 22. 2 more innings left to go here, and they will punch their ticket into the state tournament, having to hold on to that 5-2 lead. We'll take another short break here on Hardhats TV. We'll be back for the start of the 6th inning. All right, we're here ready to start the 6th inning. New pitcher on the mound for Spearfish, number 4, Walker Wiesman. So they're going to move number 13, Tucker Olsen, to second base. So they're going to make a few changes here. Here's Blaine Hunt to do the leadoff duties here in the 6th inning. In a 5-2 lead, Wiesman, the right-hander, we saw him pitch a little bit at the end of the game last night. First one, the pitch is going to be down low for ball 1 here to Hunt, the shortstop. 1-0 count here. Wiesman the pitch. This one down low. Try to pull that one up top there was Bruner, but I won't budge there for the home plate umpire. He calls that one for ball 2. 2-0 the count. Wiesman has his call sign. Blaine Hunt here in the batter's box. Next pitch. This one is going to be for a strike. That one was coming a little bit down low there of the strike zone. It'll be put in there for the ticket. 2-1 count. Blaine Hunt back to the batter's box here. Back to work. Wiesman. The righty pitches in, swing and miss there from Hunt. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the 6th. 5-2 lead for the Hardhats over post 164 Spearfish. Wiesman, another look down the middle. Here comes the pitch. This one plays a bounce in the turf for ball 3 here. So lead off full count here in the 6th inning for the Hardhats here to Blaine Hunt. Getting his pep in his step here. 3-2 count. Wiesman the pitch. Swung on a miss. Strike 3. So leadoff strikeout here in the 6th inning will send Hunt back into the dugout. And Wiesman, first batter he faces, with a K. Here is Aiden Roberts. 1 for 3 today, 2 strikeouts and a single. And he had the go-ahead run to make it 3-2 here in this game. First pitch here that he will see. This one's going to come up high. Ball 1. 1-0 count. Wiesman ready to go for the next one. Bruner, glove up. Pitches in. Roberts, this is a ground ball. Picked up by the shortstop. The throw to first. The stretch. He's going to get him. So 23, Sean Sewell over at first base. Stretched out to make that play, and he just got it just in time. So that's the first 2 batters away. So Roberts on the ground out. And now here comes Lars Kiefer. 1 for 3 today, a single fly out, and a double off an error. 2 away now. First 2 batters gone here in the 6th. Wiesman, the first pitch, is going to be a bunt. This one's just going to go for a foul ball here over that third base line. So an 0-1 start here for Kiefer. Waiting for his call sign. Wiesman ready with it. Looks down the middle. 0-1 following the foul bunt there from Kiefer. Next pitch down low. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Wiesman, the 1-1 pitch. This one down low, ball 2. Kiefer standing still, waiting to see what that call was going to be. Wiesman, another good look over. 2-1 pitch comes. Swung on. This one just going foul on that third base line. It stayed fair all the way until it reached the base. So it's a 2-2 count here for Lars Kiefer. Wiesman with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Another look down the middle. Bruner has this call. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Just got a piece of it here. He's going to stay alive on the 2-2 count. Kiefer's bat with a little taste of it. 2-2. White Raider goes and gets that foul ball out of the way. Here's the pitch. Swung on high pop-up. This one, Bruner the catcher. He is under it and makes the catch. So pop-up there for the 3rd out here in the top of the 6th inning. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Hardhats go 1-2-3 to finish out the inning. So bottom of the 6th inning. Spearfish will at least have 2 more at-bats since they are the home team here in Game 2. They will bat in the bottom of the 7th. We'll see McCoy Rippentrop will make his way. It looks like we will see a new pitcher. Skyler Montgomery is going to come out of here of the bullpen, and he will make also an appearance here in the postseason. We did not see him pitch in last night's game. So the regular season for Skyler Montgomery, 45.2 innings pitched, and 8-0 record. He was the pitcher at the most wins with no losses this season. He has a team high in saves with 4, 42 strikeouts to 31 batters walked, a 1.533 ERA, and a 1.314 WHIP for Skyler Montgomery. So Thunderstruck playing in the background. Montgomery, the new pitcher, is in. He will try to do the deal here to close this one out and try to send the Hardhats here into another state tournament. Trying to aim towards their 45th state championship. Starts here. And the leadoff hitter for Spearfish will be Walker Wiesman, followed by Jackson Peters Hatton and Jack Scharf. Those are going to be the at-bat on deck and in the hole. So new pitcher Montgomery, his final warm-up pitch, ready to go here for the start of the bottom of the 6th inning. Wiesman today, a ground out and a single, 1 for 2. Thompson will have one last quick chat here with Montgomery before they both split up.
And then next we'll say 8:30 after the series comes back. And we'll have game 3, 30 minutes following this game.
So V-Swing getting settled on in here, bottom of the 6th, 5-2 lead for post 22. If Spearfish wins this game, they will force a game 3. And game 3 will be played 30 minutes after this game. So first pitch for Montgomery. This one's just going to come a little outside for ball 1. A hard line drive. Foul ball here to the first base line and out. So 1-1 count. Wiesman, who made his pitching start here in this game in the 6th inning. He threw 1 strikeout to Blaine Hunt, the first batter he faced. Montgomery's next pitch here. This one down in the bottom left corner, ball 2. Thompson likes what he saw here. He had to go point at him. He liked it. 2-1 count now. Montgomery, the V-spin, a high pop-up. This one, Aiden Roberts, who is under in the third base, right on front of his own dugout, makes the catch. First out here in the bottom of the 6th on the pop-up. So 1 away. Here comes Jackson Peters Hatton. 2 walks today. Also having 1 run. Yeah, the first run of the game for Spearfish. Montgomery, the first pitch that he will let him see is going to come inside for ball 1. 1-0 count. Montgomery kicks and deals. Next pitch is in for a strike. So matches it with a 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Montgomery takes a quick second here on the mound. Looks down the middle. Peters Hatton here, waiting for his next pitch. Montgomery. This one is in for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out in the bottom of the 6th after the leadoff hitter popped up to Aiden Roberts on third base. Montgomery is offering down low. This one's going to be for ball 2. It also went into the glove and right back out of Thompson. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here is Skyler Montgomery trying to find some extra grip here. Trying to put this one next batter here out. Pitch is in. Swan on. Stays alive here on the foul tip. 2-2. So Skyler Montgomery just trying to give him everything that he possibly can. And Peters Hatton taking everything. Next pitch. And it catches him looking for out number 2 and the first strikeout here of the game for Skyler Montgomery. So 2 away. Here comes number 10, Jack Scharf. As he is 1 for 2 today, a ground out and an RBI single. He also got caught stealing. Montgomery, his first pitch here to him that he's going to swing and miss here for strike 1. 0-1 count. He's settled in. Montgomery, the step off the mound, pitches in. Swan on a miss for strike 2. 2 pitches in, 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And a 5-2 lead for the Hardhats. Montgomery takes a step, pitches in, down low, takes a bounce off the turf. That one for ball 1. 1-2 now will follow. Montgomery on the mound. Looking for his next options here from Brody Thompson. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. This one down low, ball 2 taken. This is Jack Scharf, the 9th batter in the lineup, making his 3rd at-bat of the game for Spearfish. Montgomery is called, the 2-2. This one is going to be inside, ball 3. Also came right back out of the glove there of Thompson. So it started with an 0-2 count and now follows with 3-2. Full count here with 2 away in the bottom of the 6th. Skyler Montgomery pitches in. Swan on, stays alive on the foul tip. So here is Jack Scharf not giving up here, trying to give Spearfish one more fighting chance here. They will still have the bottom of the 7th to bat. Here's the 3-2. Montgomery the pitch. This one catches him looking. Strike 3. 2 strikeouts there in that inning for Skyler Montgomery. We go to the last inning of play here. It's the 7th inning. We'll take one last break here on Hardhats TV. We'll be back for the start of the 7th inning. Last inning play here in Game 2 of the state qualifier series between Rapid City Post 22 Hardhats and Spearfish Post 164. Wyatt Reeder will lead off here in the 7th. Today, still looking for his first base hit with a ground out, a fly out, and a walk. Wiesman remains on the mound. First pitch here to Wyatt Reeder. This one's going to come in down low, takes a bounce off the turf for ball 1. And the third baseman there in Brock Lewis playing a little bit down lower as Wyatt Reeder also going to show for that bunt. Here's the 1-0. Wiesman on the mound. Releases. Swung on hard. This one's going to land into right field. So that's the first base hit of the game for Wyatt Reeder. He's going to hammer one into right field. So the leadoff single puts one runner on first. Here's Jace Morgan. Still does not have a base hit as well. A ground out, a walk, and a sac fly. He was the reason the Hardhats got this 3-2 lead, which brought in Aiden Roberts to score. So the Reeder on first. Here is Wiesman. Morgan at the plate. Pitch is in. This one outside. Take it for ball 1. 1-0 count. Jace Morgan being patient, like Wyatt Reeder was there on the first pitch that he saw. Next pitch here, up high. Reeder taking off to second. No one covering the base. The throw, the tag, gets him. So Reeder will get caught stealing. And that will be the first out here in this inning. So that was also taken for ball 2 there by Jace Morgan on a 2-0 count. So now no runners there on base. Here is Wiesman. Pitch comes into Morgan. Lets this one go through for a strike. So 2-1. Following Reeder, his first base hit of the game. Well hit ball into right field. Wiesman the next one, a high pop-up. This one into foul territory here on the first base line, and this one is going out of play. So 2-2 after the foul ball here for Jace Morgan. He will come back in the batter's box with one away. On deck is Dexter Steen. In the top of the 7th with one out, following Reeder getting caught stealing second. 2-2 pitch, swung on ground ball right back to Wiesman. The light throw over to first. Heads up play, and that's the second out here in this 7th inning. So 2 away. So here comes Dexter Steen at the first base hit of the game for Post 22 in the first run. 1 for 3 today, a single, a ground out, and a pop-up. 2 away in the top of the 7th. Here is Wiesman, the lift of the leg. Pitch comes in. First one to Steen. He'll let this one fly through for strike 1. 0-1 count. Walker Wiesman looks ahead. Hands one off. This one in for strike 2. This one a little bit low of the strike zone. Steen backs off. Here is 2 strikes, 2 outs. Wiesman, pitch in to Steen. This one outside, ball 1. A nice close look there from Steen, knowing which one he wanted to take. 1-2. Lifts the leg, pitch release. This one up high, ball 2. Another long kind of standstill there from Owen Bruner, waiting to see if that was going to get called for a strike 3. 2 balls, 2 strikes here for the Hardhats first baseman and Dexter Steen. Walker Wiesman on the mound, pitch comes in, swung on a ground ball. This one's going to stay fair on the first base line. The first baseman runs it over and tags first base. So we have entered the final inning of play. 3 outs, and then Post 22 will go to the state tournament. If Spearfish comes back, if they score 3 more runs, they will force extra innings. If they score 4, they will force a game 3 that will happen 30 minutes here after this game. So we'll see Skylar Montgomery at a good, very impressive 6th inning. And the crowd really starting to get into it here. This could be the last inning of play here at this home field here this season. Final countdown playing in the background. Skylar Montgomery had 2 strikeouts looking in the first inning he pitched was the 6th inning. So they're going to get set and settled. from a 1 o'clock game start time. A great 2 hours of baseball here for a very great Game 2 here of the series. Spearfish playing very well. It's been fun to watch. And the state tournament hosted in Watertown, South Dakota, July 29th through August 1st. So Montgomery here warming up the arms here. The final warm-up pitch, and the leadoff hitter is going to be the leadoff man, Aiden Meverin, who batted the first here in the game for Spearfish. So the Hardhats infielders all coming together, and they will salute the outfielders as well. Meverin today, 2 walks, and he got on first following that third drop strike that got away from Thompson. So bottom of the 7th inning, Game 2. Skylar Montgomery getting settled here into the mound. Thompson puts the cage on. We're set and ready. Here is Aiden Meverin, the center fielder, into the box. Montgomery, his first pitch is this one is going to get in for a strike. So a great way to start off here at the bottom of the 7th. An 0-1 start. Montgomery, the next pitch here, waiting. Right-hander deals one off. This one is in for strike 2. 2 pitches, 2 strikes here for Aiden Meverin. Steps back into the batter's box. Skylar Montgomery, the 0-2 pitch. Swung on. Stays alive here on the foul tip. So Montgomery here with a new ball. 3 pitches in here to the leadoff batter in the bottom of the 7th. Montgomery, the step back. Pitch is in. Swung on. This is a fly ball into left field. Jace Morgan giving chase. He's under it, makes the catch. 1 away. A fly out to left field. 2 more to go. Hardhats will punch their ticket to the state tournament. So here is Brock Lewis, the third baseman. A sac bunt, a hit by pitch, and a strikeout today. So Skylar Montgomery putting the focus mode on. First pitch that he will see. This one coming in close. Almost getting a piece of him. This one for ball 1 as Lewis lifting the arms just in time from avoiding getting hit. Next pitch, this one down low and inside, ball 2. 2-0 start for Skylar Montgomery. Takes another step, pitches in, swung on and missed on high inside pitch for strike 1. 2-1 with 1 away following the fly out to left field for Meverin. Montgomery's next pitch, this one's going to get the batter in the back there. So that'll be a hit by pitch the second time that Lewis has been hit here in this game. So that will put a runner on first for Spearfish. Here comes Tucker Olson. A single strikeout and a hit by pitch as well here for him today. Hardhats could have that double play in their hands today. We saw 1 double play happen today. Hardhats would love to make it 2. Montgomery facing off against Olson for the first time here today. First pitch is in. Swung on. This is a fly ball into left field. This one's going to be go for a foul. And that one hitting all the way the Black Hills exterior sign for a foul ball. So the 0-1 starts. Had the distance. It just was hooking left for foul. So Brock Lewis has to return there to first base. Montgomery will go back out of here as Olson will retie his shoe. We saw that happen with Jaden Moreno on the mound back in the first inning. Quickly went to go tie his shoe. So is there a foul ball here in the way as Jaden Moreno going to pick that one up here. 0-1 count following the foul ball here from Tucker Olson. Montgomery another peek behind him to Lewis on first. Next pitch is in. Swung on. This one foul ball on that third base line. Bounced directly in front of him and then took that pop right back up for a foul. So 0-2 here for Tucker Olson. 2 foul balls. He's made contact on the 2 pitches that Montgomery has dealt to him. Olson back in the box. Montgomery looked back over to runner on first. Here comes the pitch. This one down low, ball 1. And Thompson closing the legs there, preventing that one from squeaking through. Montgomery, another look, turns around, looks to the runner there on first. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Skyler Montgomery. It's in, swung on. This has contact into left field. Morgan is under it, makes the catch for the second out. One more to go. 2 flyouts to left field. And now here comes Connor Johnson, 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. The biggest at-bat of the game for both teams. Skyler Montgomery right in his hands. Runner on first, 2 away. Pitch is in. Coming in close, he's going to sneak on by. Doesn't hit him for ball 1. 1-0 count. 1-0 count. Montgomery. The next pitch. Comes, swung on, ground ball. Aiden Roberts, the pickup. Scoops, throws, Steve first. Post 22 has won the game. Final score 5-2. And they will go to the state tournament. They have punched their ticket. And they will be in Watertown July 29th through August 1st. So post 22 and a great game play with Spearfish post 164. So they will sweep them. And we will see how the other games will pan out. And we will see who they will face off against in the first round. We'll see who they will face off in the first round of the playoffs in Watertown. Well, the last home game of the season. And what a better way to finish it than to get it with a win. Post 22, a 5-2 final victory. So that will do it here. The broadcast here on Hardhats TV. Thank you for listening and tuning on in. We'll see you next time. It will be soon at the state tournament. This is Wyatt Simmons signing off. Have a good night.